Good Thursday morning. How is everybody? We are in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. We've had quite the month. We left home. We went out to Indiana to New Hampshire to Connecticut, and then we went all the way out to California. Got to California, turned around, came all the way back to New Jersey. Then we broke down. Our DEF pump expired on us after we delivered, so we had to go get that fixed, and now we're on our way to Memphis. But the reason for this video is I wanted to let you know I'm not dead, I'm still alive. But because of Crete's new policies and everything, I've decided that we are going to change the format of the channel a bit. So instead of a vlog, we're going to do more of a podcast. Plus I kind of ran out of some ideas on film because, look, yeah, you know, you filmed it a million times where we go. You all know I'm a long haul truck driver. So yeah, I kind of get burnt out on that. So we're going to try to do a podcast style. Talk about some industry sites, what's going on. I don't know if you guys, any of them follow Bruce Wilson, but the Scania that he had in the United States is now going back over. It was supposed to go back over in December, but for whatever reason they decided to pull it over there. They are going to take it to a couple truck shows over in Europe, and then it's going back to Scania. So Scania has been in the United States for a long time. They was initially out here in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and apparently they failed. There's a lot of rumors about going, would you stop that? So, anyways, like I was saying, sorry for the interruption. They were here in the 80s and 90s, and I guess they really didn't make a great entrance, and they didn't have the support and the service network that they do over in their own country. So they withdrew and didn't try it again. Now, they've been over here for decades as like engine manufacturers. So their engines are like in boats and like mining equipment. Not so much in the on-road scene, but more of the off-road scene. So, but that just changed with Navistar. Apparently, I did not know this, but Scania is part of the Volkswagen and Triton Group, which now owns Navistar, or International, as I like to call it, 13-lettered shit spreader. So I'm not a fan of International. My first owner-operator truck was in an International 9400. I liked it, but it was a lemon. It 2 months in, and I threw a rock. Didn't have the money, so I had to go back to being a company driver and then reevaluate. But with that being said, I am now been an owner-operator for 1 year. On July 29th, I have been an owner-operator exactly 1 year. So I didn't make it. So my theory was correct. If I got a Freightliner, I'd be able to stay an owner-operator for way much longer. And that is the truth. And also the importance of a warranty, because when my DEF pump went down the other day and we deadheaded up to Connecticut with the failed DEF pump, it did not derate. Thank God for the new regulations and the updates. But it was also under my extended warranty. So if you're coming up on 500,000 miles, I highly recommend whatever truck you're in, get extended warranty. Freightliner has, I think, the next NTX 4 or whatever. Basically, I got the top tier, so it'll cover engine components, I think transmission components, and definitely the after treatment. So that saved me a boatload of money. So with that being said, so yeah, so definitely advise it. But so these brand new Internationals that are coming out do not have an International. They'll tell you that, oh, this is an International engine, and you know, it says International, but let's be realistic. It's not international. Nothing about that truck is international now. Because the block is coming up from Brazil, and a lot of the parts are coming from Scania or MAN trucks over in Germany, I think they are. The new internationals are more European under the hood than they are American, which is fine. But I give it within the next 5 years. I'll be surprised if they don't. But in the next 5 years, don't be surprised if you start seeing Scania, MAN, and maybe even Kenworth and stuff bringing cab-overs back. But I tell you what, if Scania does bring back their, or does bring over their long lines, I'm definitely going to get one. Because when I was born, until a certain age, I rode around in cab-overs. I like them. I like the long hoods too, don't get me wrong. I would go for a 589P, but if they bring the Scania over, I'm definitely buying the long lines. It's different. It's something that I think will be good for the industry, and I think it'll get the rest of the manufacturing off their butt and quit being so stagnant, because we're kind of behind on everything. I got to see the Bruce Wilson's Scania, and I tell you what, yeah, this truck right here, and it is way more advanced than anything we have in the United States. So, with the, definitely gonna buy one. Now, I would customize the sleeper. Bed, my refrigerator, the microwave, maybe even an area for a cooking top. Definitely put house plugs in it, a 3,000 plus watt inverter, maybe a headache rack with extra storage. So, I don't know, we'll see. But with that being said, I just want to let you guys know that we're going to be switching up because of Crete's new policies for social media and stuff. I think we're going to go to more of a podcast. I am working on getting a dash cam so we could get some of the road footage from the dash cam. That way I keep my job and don't violate the thing and lose my job. So, but with that being said, I gotta go because we need to get down the road. Y'all have a good day, and maybe tomorrow I'll do a live. I don't know. We'll see. So, with that being said, have a good day and keep the grease side down, the shiny side up. We'll see you on the flip side.